Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directive. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I want to do monthlies, and I decided I wanted to do them along the lines of the astrological signs. So this monthly is going to extend through the period of Cancer. So this would be June 21st to the July 22nd, and the energies that go with that for your month ahead. So I want to remind you that I'm running my little drawing contest. Every video that is commented on counts as an entry into the drawing for a free 9-card. Ooh, Spirit's ready to talk. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh. You know, before I turned on the camera, this tingle just went through me. I'm like, Scorpio, this is going to be intense, but wow. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. But don't forget to comment on the video so you can get a free personalized video sent to your email. Oh my gosh. This is what came flying out, the Knight of Swords. I mean, charging out. That is some serious energy. So the Knight of Swords, actually, it concludes its time frame during Gemini, but it's like launching out of Gemini, ready to go into battle. And why? Because you have this major transformation happening. This is the month. You guys have been wondering when it was going to get here. This is now. This is now. Wow. I almost feel like this. Heading into that transformation, I'm coming in and I'm doing battle and I'm going to transform my life. Super powerful. We have so many planets happening in your 9th house. So much energy in your 9th house. Ooh, I don't want to cover that up because that was powerful. So much going on. The sun is in your 9th house. What is your 9th house? Your 9th house is it's long distance travel. So if you're traveling somewhere, you're heading in a hurry. It's research, it's higher knowledge, higher learning, but we're talking summer right now, so this would be research you do on your own or summer school, or you're taking a special course online, or you're doing something like that. Could be that. You're researching a project to get it started. Could be that. But I really think what this is the communication with your higher self. That also goes on with 9th house, and there's so many reasons for me to think that, but these cards definitely, you know, Knight of Swords is all about rapid and fast communication. Transformation is occurring in your life. This is such a big year. And then we have the North Node in Cancer, and that's going to cause the eclipses that come up. And so there's all this powerful energy in your spiritual communication aspect of yourself, and also secrets coming out and being revealed and learning things. So we have the sun shining on that. We have Mercury, which is going to start out in Cancer, and then on June 28th, it moves into Leo. So Leo would then be your 10th house of career, but then it retrogrades on July 7th, moves back into Cancer, and doesn't go direct until July 31st. So going back over the things you were supposed to learn. So if it's about your career and there was something you needed to know, you're going to go back over and distill this knowledge and information down a little more. If you had travel plans, you might have to go over the plans again before you take off. Mercury in retrograde will affect the water signs way more than any of the other signs, and you are a water sign. And so make sure you're paying attention to details. People will say, don't sign a contract, don't start something new, blah, blah, blah. Equipment breaks down, travel delays, computer issues, and all those things are really more possible for a water sign. And I was highly affected when it was in Pisces. I have a Pisces moon, but everything else is in Cancer for me. And so depending on what's going on in your chart and how you were affected in back in the last retrograde in Pisces, you can use that for a gauge. But I will tell you this much: the energies of the eclipses are eclipsing out the energy of this Mercury retrograde. There's so much more happening, and that's affecting everybody. So when it comes to travel plans, just double check them. You know, call up and make sure that reservation is still good. You know, have a backup way. Okay, so leave yourself some space if you're catching flights and you have layovers. Make sure that there's enough time in between in case the flights are delayed. Practice gathering your stuff up in the evening to be ready for the next day, to help cut down on delays in your personal travel every day, to just to relieve some of the stressors that could happen. But I think it's more about paying attention to details. So anything you're doing in far as communication, taking the time to slow down and say what you really want to say. How is it going to be received? Rereading or listening closely to anything that communication you get from somebody else that you didn't misunderstand it. Allowing the fact that not everybody is going to be aware and they might misspeak. They might things might be muddled. So ask for clarification where you need it. Give clarification freely where you need to. This is going to be a bit of a challenge here. So patience and consideration of other people will be a key to getting through this period. And then Venus is also in Cancer. She is in Cancer from July 3rd. So she starts out in Gemini. She's not really thrilled in Gemini, but she rules money and she rules relationships. And so this transformative energy you have going on, it could be around your finances, it could be around career matters or how your family manages, but also because Mercury is moving into Leo, which is your 10th house of careers. So and also Mars is, and so it could have to do with career and money. You're just coming out of this period of transformation through the relationship sector. So you might be still working out some of the details of that, positively or negatively. If you're working to heal a relationship, because that Scorpio full moon brought on a lot of things, make sure that you're really careful about what you say, how you say it, so that you're conveying what you want to convey, whatever that is. So pay attention to communication in matters of career and relationships. The nodes. Okay, so moon. Moon is going to be a new moon in it's an eclipse energy in your 9th house. So an opportunity for like the next 18 months to really expand your spirituality. Well, not your spirituality, but your communication with spirit. You might find that travel really picks up for you with your business. You might find that you plan for that big world trip that you've always wanted to take. Long distance travel is big on this. Or you might decide to go back to school and take a course that's going to take like a year and a half to complete. So it'll be something like that, something that's a little more long range. A year and a half is not super long, right? That's like mid-range, but it's a significant chunk of time, and it's an opportunity to lay the groundwork of what you want to do and how you want to do this. So make sure that you're paying attention to that when you do your new moon intentions. Your full moon is happening in Capricorn. Capricorn for you is your 3rd house of communication. So communication is very highlighted for you this month. Communication with people, communication with spirit. So this is communication with people. So this would be emails and phone calls and conversations with siblings and people that are close to you, family, friends that have that really close, tight bond, that kind of communication highlighted. And so something's going to transform because this is an eclipse again. And it's a major ending. So an ending of a difficult conversation, an ending of a situation, but it's going to require a lot. So maybe you buy a house. Now, it's okay to buy a house if it's already in process. But there'll be a lot of communication with the realtor and stuff, and it could be something where deal's closed or you sell your house or something, right? It's like, boom. Major. This is something that started about a year and a half ago, this process. And it's coming to a conclusion. And it has to do with communication. So just look around your life and see where that seems appropriate. So let's go ahead and start getting some guidance. Mars is interesting. Mars is starting out in Cancer, but moves into Leo. When does it move into Leo? July 1st. So that fiery energy there with all of the noise and static that comes into play with Mercury in retrograde and so much communication here. Again, I want to emphasize that you should choose your words carefully. You can't, they're not, it's hard to take them back, right? Oh, look at this. Yes. So, I live in my truth. This is you being your authentic and true self. This is really important in this communication. Scorpio has a tendency to try to keep a lot of things to yourself, not really let everybody know who and what you are. But I would say that this charging forth with communication here, I think you're going to reveal this work that you've been doing. I think you're going to stand up for who you are and what you believe in, and you're going to just stand in your power and truth of who you are, because you also have emerging. I embrace and love all of my life, and this is you too. Embrace and love all of you. So you are emerging. You have been going through this transformation. You are emerging. I swear by the time we get around to your birthday, you are going to be like, wow, I've changed so much this year. Wow. That's how you're going to, I really truly believe you're going to look back and go, I can't believe how much has changed this year. This has been a heck of a year for you. All right, Mercury. So let's get a little guidance on managing this communication. Communication is the key word for you this month. I don't know what else is going to come out. We'll get those in the final cards, but I really feel like this is where you need to focus. Communication with yourself, communication with your higher self, communication with the people around you, where you are authentically you, where you look yourself in the mirror and say, no, wait, this is who I am. This is what I believe. And I am going to be authentically me, so I can attract into my life people who I resonate with. Like when I'm pretending to be somebody I'm not, just to impress these people because I think that's who I want to be with, or I think I want that job, or I think I want to fit in with that group, and so I pretend to be something I'm not. Then I have to keep up the facade all the time, and that's so hard, and eventually cracks will show. People will see the real you. You're tired. You didn't keep up the facade that day. You did this, whatever. And they're like, wait, you're not who you said you were. And then it causes all kinds of unnecessary drama in your life. Or you find that what you really thought you wanted isn't really resonating with you, and you're like, wow, I can't believe I worked so hard to have this person like me when I'm not actually sure I like them. Like, what was I thinking? So being authentically you is going to be so important. Okay, wow. All right. Oh, gosh, the power off of these cards. All right, so communication with spirit. I can't overemphasize that. I don't believe. All right, wow. Whew. Okay, first off, journaling. This says I count my blessings, but look, she's writing. So look, it says, thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. So saying that you're grateful is super important. But I think journaling, like really writing your gratitude list, if you don't know what else to do, start there. It's always a great place to start. It's being grateful. But when you start writing, that's a tool that allows spirit to easily communicate back to you. When you start journaling and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do about the situation. This has been happening, and I think this and I think that, and pretty soon you'll be like realizing that you're writing about things that you think that you haven't thought about before, and that's spirit communicating back with you. And you start like working out what you're thinking and feeling on paper, but that is because it is so much easier for spirit to reach you that way. And so counting your blessings and writing down your thoughts, getting a journal is so important. And then we have the miracle of prayer, Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to the heavens. So spirit so much wants to talk to you. The Archangel Sandalphon has a lot to do with the Christ energy. And so this is a really, talking to Archangel Sandalphon is like, it's like the red phone between the United States and Russia, right? It's like a direct line. So you don't need to use that, but it might be a great place to start. Yeah. Okay. They're saying, yeah, it doesn't matter where you start, but here's an opportunity. And then the miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. So getting out in nature, you're a water sign, getting to the beach would be so great for you. Spending time in nature, communing with nature, take your journal with you, or just sit and absorb what you're seeing. If you see an animal that you don't usually see, or it doesn't matter even if it is one. If an animal crosses your path and you're out in nature, go home and then look up on the internet. Oh, I have chills. Go home and look up on the internet. Spiritual meaning of. So, like a jackrabbit runs across the road in front of you, spiritual meaning of, and it'll say abundance coming to you. You know, spiritual meaning of a raven. Those are messages from spirit about major change and magical things happening. What do you see? Pay attention. If you see a stork, that's long-awaited change coming in and news of that long-awaited change coming in. Sort of like you think about the stork bringing the baby. It's 9 months to get there, right? So look up the meanings. Pay attention to what you're seeing. A tree catches your eye. They have spiritual meanings. Look up whatever catches your eye and start developing that language with spirit. You know, that's part of that researching too, right? So that then you don't have to look up everything. Yes, ladybugs mean luck, but they also mean spirit is around you. You know, dandelions. Dandelions are about propagating and spreading your seeds to allow an abundant of infinite blessings to come in. So take a look around. What do you see? What do you notice? There is a meaning for everything. There's meanings in numerology. There's meanings. Start looking for developing your communication language with spirit. I have an extensive collection of oracle cards because for me that was the easiest way to start. But I pick up messages from so many things now. So spirit is asking you to start to communicate with them, to deepen your communication with them. Meditation is great if you can do that. If you've never meditated before, just try sitting quietly for a few minutes every day. When you pick a time and a place where you regularly show up, then spirit knows that to expect you there, and they will be there waiting with some way to contact you. It might be through the thoughts, it might be through a feeling. So this month really being highlighted. Oh my gosh, in the abundance mindset. This is the mantra. I am always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. I am always at the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. It says, if you think that your abundance is as something that will happen in the future, then it will always be a day away. See, feel, think, and speak abundance as something you have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. I am always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. That is present. I am always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. That works across the broad spectrum of everything in your life that you need to come in when you need it. I'm always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. All right. The moon. So, yes. What do you want to plant the seeds of attention for? I'm gonna try to get 2 cards out of here, or at least 2 sets of cards. So the first one's going to be for the new moon and eclipse, and the second one will be for the full moon. So let's just see what happens, how we get this. Okay. Okay. Wow. Full moon's way more important this time. New moon. What do you need to release? That's full moon. Full moon is really important. Oh my God, is it ever? Okay, so that new moon, is about deciding what it is that you need to release so that you can start something new. That's crazy. So the new moon eclipse energy is pointing to the full moon as the catalyst. The new moon is saying you need to pay attention to what you're releasing in your life in order to create abundance, because if you don't, nothing will come of the situation. If you don't release and allow spirit to bring things to you, if you don't release your whatever it is that's holding you back, spirit is encouraging meditation and contemplation. If fiery climax approaches, this is that ending that needs to happen. And you know what it is. You know what you need to cut out. You know what you need to take the scythe and cut out of your life in order to create this transformation. Look, we've got the sword and the scythe. There is something that needs to be released, that needs to be let go in order for you to allow this transformation to occur, and adjustments are going to be required. That is cutting something out. Adjustments are going to be required. And finally, you are good enough. Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. Know that this changes that seem so hard to make, and you're a fixed sign, so it's really hard. But when you release and cut out whatever it is that's holding you back, count your blessings, communicate with spirit, and be willing to let it go. And that is July 16th. So start planning now what it is you're going to do, and use the new moon as an opportunity to plant the seeds of intention for the life that you want to create when you release whatever it is that's holding you back. This is powerful. Don't miss this opportunity. Do the work. Spend time in meditation and in prayer. Do the work. Get out in nature. Figure it out. Write it down. Do your part to illuminate the universe. Oh, and the ladybug. Accept happiness and good fortune. I'm talking about the ladybug, and she shows up. So, your inner light needs to shine. The universe needs you. You are here to teach us how to transform. That's your mission, is taking your life and transforming it as a beacon of hope and guidance to other people who don't have all that Scorpio energy with which to work with, who don't have that deep inner knowing and calling for transformation that you have. And when you do this, accept happiness and good fortune. I am always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. Show us how to do it. Show us how. Be courageous and show us how it's done. Be courageous. Pull out your sword of truth. Take that scythe. Eliminate what's not working for you and show us how to do it. That is how you help the world in the ascension process. That was stuck. Don't be stuck. That Mars, that planet of action, it's moving into fiery Leo. It's time. It's time. Phew. It's time. Communication. I don't know. Spirit wants to just bang you over the head with, you need to communicate with us. You need to communicate with us. You need to communicate with us. Spirit will show you the way. They will light the path before you. Just start heading in that direction. Ask them for the help. Get in prayer. Get in meditation. Do journaling. Walk in nature. Whatever. Lay in the tub at night and light some candles. It's perfect, right? Because you're the fiery water sign. You can do this, and you have to. We need you to do this. You need you to do this, but the world needs you to do this. I don't want to put any pressure on you or anything. No pressure. Spirit wants to help. They're here. They're so here. And they're just communicate. They want you to communicate so your light can shine for everyone to see. connections. They want to talk to you. Namaste, so that's peace and acceptance. This is acceptance of who you are. Love all the parts of you, the light and the dark and the shadow and the brightness. It's all part of it. Transform your life by accepting yourself for who you are, because when you accept yourself for who you are, the people around you accept you for who you are. And then you will draw in the right people. I am always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. Be authentically you. Let your light shine. You are emerging. You are emerging. That transformation is happening. So to aid it, to facilitate it, to speed it up a little for yourself, use the power of this eclipse energy and communicate. I'm always in the right time at the right place, and I meet the right people. I have so many blessings, and I'm counting them now. All right? All right, Scorpio, super long video, but it was so worth it. You can do this. All right? You take care.